Where my dogs at? What's going on, YouTube world? It's Cruiser Nation 3 coming at you again with another video. Welcome to the Dawg Cage, baby. Let's get into this. Right now, the season is officially here. Starting tomorrow night, Thursday night, college football will officially be all teams first week, except for the teams who played on week 0. Y'all know I'm a Florida State fan. We went down 24-21. This is our second week, so we will be moving on. But we're going to go through the top 25, y'all. We're going to go through the top 25 teams, y'all. And I got it right here in my phone, man. So if you see me looking down, I'm just reading it off right now, man. So we're going to start the season off with NC State. Number 24 ranked NC State comes out. First game of the season going up against Western Carolina. Listen, NC State is always going to be a tough team. NC State is always going to fight you. They're going to always play hard. So I got NC State beating Western Carolina pretty handedly. So we're going to move to the number 11th ranked team, and that's Missouri. The Missouri Tigers is bringing a quarterback back. They bringing their number 1 receiver back. I like their head coach. I like what they made of. I like their offense. They should be a top team competing for the SEC championship. So I'm gonna go up Missouri on that against Murray State. That's no problem with them. They're gonna knock that out. Now, the upcoming number ranked 22 Kansas Jayhawks. They have refurbished that team. They have refurbished that culture. And for their first game of the season, they will be going up against Linden Wood. I don't know who that is, but I'm pretty sure the Kansas Jayhawks will take care of business, and that's who I'm rolling with right there for the first game of the season, number 22 ranked Kansas. Now, at number 12, our 12th ranked team is Utah, and they playing against Southern Utah, and this is our guy at Utah. Cam Rising's first game back, missed the entire year, and when Cam Rising plays, Utah plays. I'm rolling with Utah in a route up against Southern Utah. And at number 16 on Friday night, Oklahoma ranked number 16 going up against the Temple guys. We going to roll with Oklahoma to take care of business right there. Dylan Gabriel left in the transfer portal to go to Oregon, but I got faith in their head coach over there at Oklahoma. Oklahoma is now in the SEC. Listen, I think they're going to always be ready to fight. I think they always going to be in contention, and I trust them. Let's go, Oklahoma. And starting Saturday, to start the season off right, to get your blood boiling, to get your heart pumping, to get your fingers tickling, to get your hair standing up on top of your arms and legs, we got Georgia versus Dabo Swinney and the Clemson Tigers, noon, to start this thing off right. Right now, Clemson bringing back a quarterback who they got aspirations of being great for their program, and I like what Clemson doing. I'm liking what Dabo doing. Dabo been building within. He building through his high school guys. He building through his culture, and I can't be mad at Dabo if he want to build that way and stay up out of transfer portal. Dabo gonna always have a good offense, always have a different defense, and this is quarterback's second year. Let's see how he makes improvement. But he is going up against Kirby Smart and them Georgia Bulldogs. I think who lost one game in the last, I think they lost one. They ain't lost a regular season game in 2 years, but I think one game in the last 2 years. And they going up against Kirby Smart, and Carson Beck is my guy, man. I like Carson Beck. I like what he made of. I like how he stand in that pocket. I like how he deliver the ball. But I think that the Clemson-Georgia game is going to be closer than what people think. And I picked Georgia to win that game by 3 points to win their first game of the season, to get the 2024-25 season on the way. So I'm rolling with the Georgia Bulldogs against Clemson. And the number 2 game, y'all, of Saturday, we got Penn State versus West Virginia Mountaineers. Penn State bringing their guys back, man. Got a lot of talent coming back. They was great on defense last year. But one thing Penn State cannot do, they can never get over the Ohio State and the Michigan Wolverine hurdle. This year, Penn State put themselves in position, y'all, because they normally go in 10-2 every year. They put themselves in position to be one of those top 12 teams to get into the playoffs this year. But they playing against Neil Brown and the West Virginia Mountaineers, who are bringing their whole offense back, most of their defense back. They got like a 3-year starter over there at the QB position who was good on the run, who was good outside the pocket, and can deliver the ball. I like the West Virginia Mountaineers to upset the number 8 Penn State. I got that last year. That game came down to a wire. I think it went to overtime. West Virginia was right there with them. Listen, West Virginia gets the upset. Right after Florida State was just upset, West Virginia comes back and get the second upset of the year. So I'm rolling with West Virginia with the upset. Number 25 ranked Iowa going up against Illinois State. Man, Iowa, what can I say about Iowa? They just steady. Kirk Ferentz just steadfast, blue collar, hard nose, bring your lunch pail to work. We're going to do the little things right. Kirk Ferentz will have his guys ready to play. There's no other. I think their offense might be a little bit better than it's been. Their defense going to always come to play, which we know Iowa will do. So I got Iowa beating Illinois State for that. And then we're going to go to number 15 ranked Tennessee. They playing up against Chattanooga. We know what time it is with Tennessee. We know what Tennessee represent. We know what they got over there at the head coach position. Will Dewey will have those guys playing. Heupel is a good coach. He gets them guys playing and getting them guys going downhill. So I'm going to roll with Tennessee for the win, to get their first win of the season. And then we got Oklahoma State going up against South Dakota State. Oklahoma State is bringing their running back, Ollie, back, man, who led the nation in rushing last year. I think number 2, maybe number 2. I don't want to get that wrong, but Oklahoma State will run the ball. They is bringing their running back. This team will always fight you. They're going to always be tough. They still out there in the Big 12, handling business. So we got Oklahoma State winning that game pretty handily against South Dakota State. And then we got Akron, a lot of the number 2 ranked team in the country. A lot of people, dark horse team to win the national championship. Some people believe Oregon. Some people believe Ohio State. Ohio State and Oregon are right there, the top 2 teams right now in a lot of people's eyes to win a national championship, to even probably beat Georgia. But we shall see. Ohio State got a lot of transfers in that transfer portal. Will Howard is the question mark coming out of K-State. We want to see how he performs over there in Ohio State underneath them lights. But this week ain't the week we're going to determine whether Ohio State got national championship team. Right now, that's too early because they are playing against Akron University, and we know what time it is. That's a headbanger, and that will not last long. I say that game be over in the second quarter. And then we got Texas, Steve Sarkisian going up against Colorado State, which Colorado State is a hard-nosed, lunch pail fighting team. But Steve Sarkisian, they dealing with some injuries. We're losing their running back. Might be tough. Man, Colorado State, I like Colorado State to come out and fight for about 2 quarters and a half. And then after that, Texas will dispatch of them and win that game. So I got Texas beating Colorado State. And the game of Florida, Miami Hurricanes ranked number 19 going up against the Florida Gators. Nah, I don't like none of these teams. I don't care who wins or loses. I'm a Florida State guy, but these 2 teams are our rivals. But right now, they're starting the season off playing each other. Miami, to me, I picked them to win 11 games this year. I thought they'll go 11-1. Their schedule is favorable. I like what they're doing over there. I like the running back they brought in from the transfer portal. I like Cam Ward over there. I just like everything about Miami this year. I like what they're doing. Hopefully, they can get over the hype, and hopefully they can win this game. Florida, Billy Napier got one of the toughest schedules, the number 1 toughest schedule in the nation. A lot of people writing them off, but I'm not going to do that to Billy Napier. I predict Billy Napier them will do better than what a lot of people do. I'm hoping that he can get the 7 wins to save a job because I like Billy Napier. And I got the Florida Gators upsetting the Miami Hurricanes coming up this Saturday. So out of that pick, I'm going Florida Gators to upset the Miami Hurricanes. And the number 5th ranked team, Alabama, going up against Western Kentucky. Y'all know what it is. Nick Saban, the first year in years that Nick Saban will not be on the sideline. Kalen DeBoer is a new head coach, but Alabama is still loaded at the quarterback position. Jalen Milroe is still that guy. He will be a Heisman runner-up, so we got to roll with Alabama. Got one of the best offensive lines in the country. That D-line going to be stout, and Kalen DeBoer is a winner at the coach. I like Alabama to win that game handily versus Western Kentucky. And number 6 ranked team, Ole Miss, going up against Furman. We know what time it is. Ole Miss lost their running back to Ohio State in the transfer portal, but I think Lane Kiffin got the post of his team. I think Lane Kiffin will have those guys ready to play, so y'all know what time it is. Ole Miss with the win versus Furman. And then we got Dan Lanning, the number 3 ranked team, Oregon, going up against Idaho. We know what time it is. Dylan Gabriel will make his college debut after leaving Oklahoma. Y'all know what time it is. Oregon will rout Idaho. It won't be close, and Dan Lanning and them will be getting prepared, I think, to play. I forgot who they played the second week of the game. We're gonna figure. I think they play. I forgot who they played. Or was that somebody else? But we got Oregon winning that game. And then the game at 7:30, the number 7 Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the number 20 ranked Texas A&M. Notre Dame got aspirations to get into that 12-team playoff. Notre Dame has a good team, good quarterback comeback. They was good on defense last year. I like that corner they had at the cornerback position last year. I like what their head coach bring to the tables. I like him. I like what he made of. He made of the right stuff. He is look like a Notre Dame coach. I just like him. I root for him. I cheer for him. Man, I like what that coach does over there, man. But they are going up against Texas A&M. Texas A&M getting the coach who was at Duke last year. And Texas A&M is going to be better than a lot of people think. Texas A&M going to have fight. They're going to have dog. It's not going to be easy for Notre Dame to go up in there and win that game. But I will take Notre Dame to pull that game. Listen, it's a 50-50 game, to be honest with y'all. Part of me want to go Texas A&M. Part of me want to go Notre Dame. So this game right here has been tough with me. I've been going back and forth. But, man, so I'm just going to go with Marcus Freeman and believe that Notre Dame can pull it off and win their first game of the season against Texas A&M in a close victory. So we got Texas A&M right there against Notre Dame. Then we got Michigan without John Harbaugh going up against Fresno State. Fresno State has always been one of the toughest teams to play against over the years. Over the past 15 years, Fresno State have been absolute one of the most physical teams to play against. Michigan is very physical. First year without John Harbaugh, Michigan trying to set some of the critics up. The defending national championships ranked number 9 right now, feeling like they being slighted, feeling like they being disrespected. And we're going to have to see if Sharon Moore can have those guys in that running game ready to play. But I'm going to roll with Michigan to win this game from Fresno State. And then number 21 ranked Arizona playing against New Mexico. New Mexico had a game last week that they did lose. But I like Arizona to pull that game off. Arizona has been getting better over the years. I'm not saying they're a juggernaut, but they are a team who completely comes out and compete every single week, week in, week out. And I like Arizona to beat New Mexico. And the game at 7:30 p.m., number 23, USC versus number 13, LSU Tigers. And we about to find out. USC now are in the Big Ten, so they up in big company right now. They going up against the LSU Tigers. And we got Brian Kelly over there, man, trying to do his thing, trying to revamp the program. They did lose Jaden Daniels. They did lose their receivers into the draft. So we're going to have to see. USC lost a generation quarterback over there and Caleb Williams over there. So who is the quarterback? How will he play? How will he perform? We know USC coach is a quarterback whisperer. When you play for Lincoln Riley creates Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. Lincoln Riley will have a quarterback that nobody's expecting, and he will be ready to deliver. But in this game, I'm going to roll with the LSU Tigers in this game, and I like LSU to beat USC this upcoming week. And now, the last game starting Monday night. My FSU knows going up against Boston College. Boston College, no matter if we 10-0, 0-1, 0-8, don't matter if they 0-9, 0-10, they cannot win a game. But when Boston College show up to play Florida State, they always give us hell. Florida State lost an embarrassing game last week to a good Georgia Tech team. I think Florida State, like I said again, was conservative. I don't think they played to win. I think they played not to lose. And this week, the second week, they got a chance to redeem themselves. I expect Florida State to come out and beat Boston College in a rout to redeem and get revenge on the loss they had against Georgia Tech. Well, guys, that's my top 25. If you have any comments about my top 25 wins or losses, if you have any who you think will win, leave them down in the comment section and we can interact right there. Pick your team who you think to win out of top 25 and we can go for there. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and make sure y'all hit the notification button so you be notified. Where my dogs at? Welcome to the Dawg Cage, baby.